All right, I am recording this because I'm gonna upload this to YouTube as well. So let me pause the music. I already did pause it. Let's go here. Let's check it out, guys. Poll 76 while I'm killing Corp. Let me mute my audio real quick. I'm only gonna do this last little Corp kill because we're almost done with the specking process. So my YouTube audience is like, what the fuck? You've uploaded 4 rambles in like literally 24 hours. Poll 76 is here. We've absolutely... Oh my... Oh, I'm so fucking pumped. I've been waiting for this for like 9 months. I think 9 months I've been waiting for this. I'm sorry I'm distracted. I'm still doing Corp right now, but let's get into this. Poll 76 is here. We've had absolutely loads of player suggestions recently, but as we're juggling a number of commitments at the moment, this poll will focus on smaller changes for the most part. It's all good stuff, though, including some tweaks you've been asking for a while. Ugh! Let's start with the elite clue chain. I'm going to cry, dude. I'm going to fucking cry. Let's start with the elite clue changes. We know there's an interest in seeing elite clue challenge questions working like they do for other clues. It's a big job, and we'll probably look at it in a future poll. That's fine. I know people are obsessed with that. I'm not really. I've done enough elites, so it feels normal to me. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. In the meantime, however, we've focused on the fact that elite clue scrolls work inconsistently compared to the other tiers. Okay? I'm so glad they're prefacing all this without just making a poll question. Thank God. This is because when we added gilded armors to the mega rare table, we didn't adjust the rate for third age as well. In fact, third age pieces were actually made rarer because of the additional items. This is a mistake on our part. We have made the adjustment in other tiers since then, but elite was not included. Here's how the numbers crunch in practice. Elites are 1 in 3750, hard 1 in 3250, and master 1 in 1270. So they actually fucked that up. That's actually not correct. That is including mimics, which is unfair because they're not including mimics in this number. The actual number for this is 2270, not 1270. So maybe they just fucked that up because I believe including mimics, it's around like 1360 or something like that. Or maybe, I can't remember the number. This is supposed to be 1270 or 2270, sorry. As you can see, it's actually harder to get third age from elites than hards. So we plan to fit third age between masters and hard at a rate of 2750. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Please vote yes. And the rate will remain static even if new items are added to the clue reward pool. Should this question pass the poll, it will affect new and existing caskets. Okay. I am just absolutely thrilled with that. On the subject of clues, we'd also like to award them when you're completing runs of Halloweds. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm fucking losing it right now. Your Hallowed Sepulchre elite clues. Hopefully welcome distraction from those long agility grinds. I was just talking about this. Here's our suggestion per cough. Oh my, okay, dude, I am actually gonna nut right now. Virtually nut. Virtual nut's not real, but holy fuck. So 1 in 50. I'm actually gonna cry because I just read the elite rate. I'm actually unbelievably stoked for this. Easy clues 1 in 50, mediums 1 in 50. From floor 3, mediums become 1 in 25. Floor 4, hards become 1 in 50. Floor 5, clues 1 in 30, and grand coffin 1 in 15. Okay. I'm not kidding. I am becoming a skiller. I am becoming a skiller. And that is not a joke. I will be spending like the next few years at Sepulchre and Runecrafting. Maybe I should wait for Runecrafting though. They might actually update. Runecrafting is, oh my God. I can't believe this is happening. Am I fucking awake? This is actually insane. That is like, wait. So floor 5 just has 1 chest, correct? Just, I should pull up my chat in this video for my YouTube audience because I am recording this. Okay, I gotta kill this goddamn core real quick. You guys aren't even seeing what's happening, but I'm doing a corp kill during all of this. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm absolutely stoked about what's happening, but I need to focus. Okay, there we go. We're good. Okay, so I believe there's one chest on floor 5, which is a 1 in 30, and then there's the grand coffin, correct? There's not 2 chests that are 1 in 30 for elites, I believe. Dude. There's 2 on floor 5? Where's the other one? Are we talking floor 5 or floor... I thought floor 4... Wait. Is floor 4 the one where you use the little crossbow? 3 normal chests and grand floor 5. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? I thought there was 1. I thought it was just the one where you make the little bridge. Floor 4 is 2, but needs 1 ash. I am actually, like, unbelievably just fucking pumped. Like, I can't actually believe what I'm reading right now. Like, this is actually insane. Insane. Please please make this pass. Please, guys. Do this for me. If I've ever asked for anything, this is it. This is what I want. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Anyway, let's continue before I start crying. The release of Nex brought in... I'm voting yes for those the first 2 questions. Release of Nex brought a new best in slot armor, and your feedback has been divided. Some of you really love how nostalgic it looks, and others feel it doesn't quite fit the old school style. As a backport from the original Torva armor from 2011, we tried to keep as close to the original design as possible, but we can see that it may not be everyone's cup of tea. Our artists have been paying attention to what you've said, or what you've had to say, and they would like to present a simplified version. Yes, I'm okay with it. I am okay with this. This is the new one. I am okay with either at this point because this isn't dramatic. This is not a dramatic change. So I personally don't care. Of course, I like the legs of this more. I think the legs just look fantastic. This part looks a little funky. And the helmet, honestly, now I've gotten used to the Dwight Schrute putting the CPR dummy on his face. This is what it looks like. It literally looks like Dwight Schrute, that scene in The Office. And I'm kind of used to it now, so that's fine. I don't really care. Whatever happens, happens. It looks as though, just according to my chat, that you guys aren't liking it. But I think the pants do look a little bit cooler. It's this weird, like, loincloth right here and, like, this mini skirt vibe that I don't really like. I kind of like this more. Easier to pee as well. So I like that, but again, it's up to you guys. Next up, let's talk pets and insurance. Again, just to reiterate, I do not care. These are not different enough. In fact, the problems I had were the mini skirts, so that's why I like the legs, but these shoulder pads are still like the same, which it's whatever. I don't really care what happens. Next up, let's talk pets and insurance. We've had a few unfortunate situations where a player has lost their pet either because they weren't able to get it insured or because they didn't realize they needed to. In the past, we've justified insurance costs for the purpose of sinking gold, but with the recent introductions of the Grand Exchange, tax, and purchasable storage space, we might do things a little differently. What if your insurance fees were automatically covered so that once you've unlocked a pet, it will always be reclaimable by Bryophyta? Let's take a look at what corp drop I'm going to get before I continue. Ellie? Yeah, fucking goddamn it. We're so goddamn dry here. It's unbelievable. Okay, let's continue uninterrupted now. Uninterrupted. Just gonna bank everything and just full focus now. Okay. Any pet achieved, with the exception of cats and pet rocks, would be automatically insured. If you are unlucky enough to lose your pet, we could make a design change so that your pet could be redeemed from Bryophyta for her usual fee of 1 million GP. Reddit 1. Any Sebe Reddits? Let me move this a little bit. It's bothering me. In even rarer circumstances, players may receive a message letting them know that they would have been followed if they achieved a pet drop with a follower out and full inventory. While we've taken measures to prevent this happening in the future, we also want to ensure that players receiving this message will also be able to get their pet from Bryophyta for her usual reclaim fee. This would not count for duplicate pets. Honestly, I'm okay with this. What up, Nord? I am okay with this. Let me know in the chat. Type 1 if you're against this. Type 2 if you're Wait, type 1 if you like this. Type 2 if you're against it. My bad. Oh, we got a 2. Sorry for confusing you guys. Can I just move this over here? I want to move my chat over there. I don't know how it's going to work. Let's see. It's going to kind of cover shit. Right here. I don't fucking know. This is blocking stuff, but at least you guys can be in the YouTube video. I'm recording right now. So I'll just kind of read down below. We can also ensure that pets marked in the collection log as received are reclaimable from Bryophyta in the same way described above. This would mean players who had previously received a pet and lost it through death could reclaim it as long as it's been tracked by the collection log. Unfortunately, we won't be able to track pets which have been received and lost before the collection log was released. Would you like to see this change? I mean, I honestly don't really care about this. I don't actually care. And I'm literally one of those people that has lost a pet, and I still just don't really care, but I'm pretty sure it'll pass. The majority of the community, I'm assuming, probably wants that, and I'm cool with it. Lastly, many of you have already forked out millions of GP to insure your pets appropriately. Should the above questions pass, you may reasonably expect your money back. We can ensure that any previously paid insurance fee would be added into a reclaim fee coffer from Bryophyta. The reclaim fee coffer could be used to discount any pet reclaim. I don't actually care about this. I mean, sucks, you know. I'm gonna vote no to that. I think, and I have 24 pets, you know. But I don't know. We'll see what you guys want. I don't actually care if we get money back, but that's just like, it's weird. I don't really care. Since the release of combat achievements, a common discussion point has been around kill count tasks. Some players enjoy them, but they're also pretty time consuming. We knew that these types of tasks would be time intensive, and we planned it that way to guide players into trying new strategies in PvM. We wanted to encourage you to practice, but some tasks feel longer than necessary, and others take almost 100 hours to complete. We think that we can tackle this issue by reducing the quantity of tasks across the board. We won't be able to give specifics on precisely how each task will be reduced, as they're all significantly different. But as an example, we'd be looking to reduce the Chambers of Xeric Grandmaster kill count from 250 to 50. It's 150 right now. It's not 250. Oops. Where'd you guys go? There you are. It's actually not 250. It's 150. And that was... Okay, so I'm going to just share a little bit of thoughts right now. Of course, I already had a lot of the KCs done, so, you know, you can say whatever you want about that. But I only had 17 CMs done when I had to do 150 of them. And I was like, this sucks. But I will say, having to do that 150, you might just say, oh, you've already completed all the tasks revolving CMs. Why do you have to do an additional? The fact that you do 150 CMs, you are seeing constant improvement every single raid. Like, if it was only capped at 50, my PB would have only been like 37 minutes solo. But because I did the whole 150, my PB ended up getting to like 33 something. Or so, I think it was like a 33-minute PB. And putting in time into content like is proving that you're a grandmaster, and it is improving your skills. It's not like you just all of a sudden you've hit 50 and you're a pro and you'll never improve anymore. Like, I honestly, again, I didn't really like it during the moment, but I understand that it benefited me a lot. So anyway, you guys can let me know what you think about that. I don't know what I'll vote on for that. I probably will vote no, to be honest. And you guys will hate me for that. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like it actually really does help. Same thing with 100 hard modes. I had only done, like, I don't know, 20 or something. I had to do 80. And I already felt like I was fine. But I did see improvement, a lot of improvement from doing that. So, anyway, just my 2 cents. You guys can let me know how you feel about it. A while, and it probably will just pass anyway, because 0.1% of the community has a Zook helmet, so, like, you know, everybody wants it to be easier. And this isn't making it easier, it's just making it so you don't have to do less of it. But you will not end up being as good by not doing as much KC. Doing that KC does help. Yeah, anyway, I don't really care that much, but we'll see. A while ago, we fixed a bug that was allowing some players to kill NPCs without gaining XP. This means 10 HP accounts could do various types of activity or of content that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do. We jumped into this bug without warning, and unfortunately, this sudden change impacted various account builds. However, we've come up with a new item that will allow affected accounts to resume their journey. Poison Dynamite would be a new item created with 1 Dynamite and 3 Nightshade. It can be lit and deployed with a tinderbox. After 5 cycles, the Poison Dynamite will explode. By the way, I'm just going to pause right now. Everybody that's in the chat talking, I am kind of glancing at it. But we will have a section once I've completed all of Poll 76 where we can have a Q&A, and I'll pull up the chat full screen. So if you have any questions that are urgent, just kind of save them till the end, and we'll cover them. After 5 cycles, the Poison Dynamite will explode, rolling off your highest accuracy stat against the target's appropriate defensive stat. For example, if your range stat is highest, roll your ranged versus the target's range defense. It will deal 0 to 4 damage, only hit the target on the coordinate it was deployed on, and have a 25% chance to poison the target if it deals damage. It will only hit the target if it's multi-combat or it's a single target and the player is in combat with it. It will grant kill credit to the player that deployed it, equal to damaging the NPC normally. A player can only deploy 1 at a time. Poison Dynamite is untradeable. Lighting the Dynamite will give a small amount of fire making XP. This cannot damage other players. Interesting. Very strange. Very strange. And I'm just going to skip this question entirely because it does not affect me at all. We hope that this is a sensible way to let those players resume the content in a way that feels fitting to old school and not relying on a bug. We'd like to gather your feedback on this setting and proceed with it as part of the unpolled changes in Poll 76. Ooh, is it going to be unpolled? So they're just taking feedback, but they are going to just have it unpolled. Now on to max hits. It feels good to hit your max hit on an NPC knowing you did the highest damage possible, right? Well, in light of player feedback, we've been tinkering with ways we can make this feel even better. We'd like to introduce a visual indicator that distinguishes between regular hit spots and max ones. Oh, that's cool. I like that. It's very simple. They're not going out of control. That looks fucking dope. That looks so dope. What do you guys think? Type a save AP in the chat or a pog if you like that. I want to see it. We didn't want the design to be too extravagant because we wanted to ensure that the max hit spot is still readable and consistent with the old school style. It's fucking amazing. Absolutely cool. Oh, so cool. What's the chat? Oh my god, we're only halfway through. Okay, cool. Yeah. So at present, we will not be able to offer this toggle in PvP. Unfortunately, this setting gets technically complex when we try to put it on a player. Because it's toggleable, each player would have to have the setting enabled to see the max hit spot in PvP. Okay. Now on to Slayer. Yeah! We're getting 4 rambles in 2 days. Yeah.
Knight_411 just subscribed. Does poll 76 mean we're getting 4 rambles in 2 days?
This is my ramble. We're recording. We've already been recording for 18 minutes. So this is all going to be on YouTube. Thank you, Knight, for the 3 months. I love you, dude. Can we get some save AHs for Knight 411? All right, no more donating, no more support until the end of this. Okay, guys, you got that? No donating a lot of money. Okay. Now on to Slayer equipment. Players have pointed out that while V's shield should feel like an upgrade to the Mirror shield, it actually feels it feels a bit underwhelming in practice, despite requiring players to complete the Frenetic Exiles quests and needing there's several better stats to wield. The best way we can say at the moment is that it just looks a bit cooler. So here's what we do to make the V shield feel like a proper upgrade for Slayer. Remove the negative offensive bonuses to ranged and magic. Improve the magic defense to +5 to match the Mirror shield. Cool. That's very simple. I'd vote yes. Next up, I was hoping they would even add like +2 strength, like melee strength or some shit. Something to like, just, encourage meleeing it, I guess. I don't know. It'd be cool. I'm okay with this. I already have my face guard, so it doesn't matter. Next up, a highly popular request regarding Bryophyta's staff. Many players have requested to use it in free-to-play, which seems only fair considering the Bryophyta is a free-to-play boss. I'm struggling. I'm sorry. We've previously asked whether Bryophyta's essence should be free-to-play, and this failed the poll. We'd like to see whether your thoughts have changed. I'm down, and you want to know why? Because on the Sebe cast, I've had multiple free-to-play people on. Tanner Dino is one of the biggest Bryophyta killers in all of the land. and he wants it, and so I want to give it to him. Keep in mind, for those that don't know about the staff, it is not broken at all. It is like one of the most niche staves of all time, and it's like I never even use it. Like I don't even think about it. It would be kind of cool for a free-to-play player to be able to use it. If this passes, free-to-play players would be able to take the essence at 50k GP to Zaf to acquire the Bryophyta staff. During the clan release, a hugely popular request was for customizable scenery and hospitality
what was
features.
That, dude?
We had a little think, and we think drop parties for clans sounds fantastic. We're excited for players to bring these events into their clan halls and make them more of a home, so that's cool. Should we add a combat ring with safe death and a party room chest? That's fucking awesome. Cool. I never even go to my clan hall currently, so, you know, I'm an Iron Man as well, so the only thing cool is the combat ring, and I will never go there. But it's still cool. Speaking of clan hall upgrades, we'll also be releasing several unpolled ones, many of which were notes during the release of clans last year. Firstly, and most importantly, we're going to be allowing players to interact with the cat in the clan hall. There's a cat there? What? We'll also be allowing players to use more keys on the piano. Finally, if you've ever wanted to see the total numbers of players online in your clan, you're in luck. We can talk about it, DK, at the end. We're going to have a Q&A after this, so everyone just hold tight. I'm going to enlarge the chat at the very end, and we'll talk. So hold your questions. The side panels for your clan, the clan where you're a guest, and the legacy chat channel will show a total number of players are in those places. It would also be possible to separate totals for clan members and guests if desired and if space permits. Okay. Moving on to more changes. As a noob, you might remember being surprised by some of the projectiles from certain spawns in the Tazar fight cave. During our process of looking into the enhanced client, we noticed a discrepancy. The Inferno allows players to see NPCs beyond the usual draw distance, while the fight caves do not. It's always been this way, and we thought it would be worth asking whether you want us to offer some draw distance in the fight caves. Please. Please. That would be the most amazing change ever, and I don't have a Jad pet currently, so that would also help with my grind. It is annoying, and I have noticed that in the Inferno, you can just see everything from anywhere. It's really cool. I mean, just to go a little bit beyond this, I would actually kind of like to see just NPC draw distances across the board being slightly. It doesn't need to be insane, but it doesn't need to be... I feel like actually... Okay, now that I'm thinking about this, it would probably have to apply to players as well. Maybe just extend it like a few tiles, you know, radius. But, you know, this is cool enough. I'm okay with this. And that would probably take a shit ton of engine work to use it across the board, so just making up shit. I just logged out. Let's see. So yeah, that's cool. We know that the surprise might be part of the fun, which is why we pass it over to you. We considered that this change might also have some impact on speedrunning, though we feel the types of players speedrunning the fight caves already know where everything is going to spawn based on the earlier observations. Yep. Absolutely. While we're on the subject of visuals, let's discuss camera effects. There are not many places in the game with these, but they can be distracting. I'm just already thinking of Nex, but when you get dashed by Nex, it fucking starts disorienting you.
What was that?
Hootie Tootie, welcome to the Says Babes,
Gosh.
big fan. You're in my YouTube video. What up? So let's see. As an unpulled change, we're going to be offering a toggle on the setting menu that will allow you to turn on or off any camera movement and screen effects. Baba Yaga's house, fishing trawler. Doxed. Okay. The other thing they need to do is there's another one. The smoke. I keep fucking clicking this. I got to stop doing that. I want the smoke dungeon. Yes, you guys are instantly thinking, 99% of you are instantly thinking the smoke devil. Like smoke devils. No, there's a smoke dungeon in the desert by the well. You go into the well and there's a smoke dungeon. It is currently impossible to remove the little smoke waves. Please delete that. Please fucking delete that. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. Type 1 if you want to see smoke waves just fucking disorienting you. Type 2 if yeah, that's easy escape. You guys are so weird. We also have some specific plans about how we'll handle the tunnel vision effects in Little Helper. So watch this. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Dude, how do you pronounce that? Whatever. Please note, this would not apply to effects that interface with gameplay, such as Last Man Standing Fog. Unlucky. Fishing Guild changes. Have you ever found yourself stuck without a net in the Fishing Guild? You can already grab a harpoon and a big fishing net from the entrance room, but not a regular fishing net. Should we add a regular fishing net spawn into the Fishing Guild? Sure. This would be Iron Man friendly. They say in it, this is Iron Man friendly. Like, you're just begging the community to vote no on it. I don't give a fuck, but like, you know, you're just like, yeah, okay, anyways, like, this is Iron Man catered. Like, goddamn. We've also noticed that players might find themselves short on other gear while in the Fishing Guild. What if Rochi could provide players with rods, harpoons, nets, and small nets? Currently, he just offers bait and accepts fish. I don't give a fuck. Probably just skip all this. To make skilling easier, we'd also like to give you the option to use spacebar to smith the last item. Black Sun! Thank you for the 15 months.
Black Sun's just subscribed.
Welcome back, King. Big supporter of the Seibei as well. Much love. To make skilling easier, hold spacebar to smith the last item. That's cool. I'm down. I actually would really like that. That'd be cool. We can also offer the same improvements for jewelry crafting interfaces. Fan-fucking-tastic, please. That is just cool. Standardizing, you know, interfaces and stuff like that. On the jewelry crafting interface, oh my god, are they talking about this? Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. I literally just read the poll. I'm a dumbass. There is, right now, the jewelry interface I'm actually not a big fan of. They could rework it, so I got excited for a second. But and how about we give cooking some love? There are various locations across Gielinor which we think could include a left-click cook operation. Similar to ranges, we would ensure that players would not be able to walk on top of the fire to prevent anyone dinner griefing you by stepping on your beautiful meals. I'm okay with that. I don't know what you guys think. That's not old school. You know, it'd remove the old school feel for a lot of you guys. You know what's unfortunate about this?
Lumiere_Sar just resubbed for 1 month.
You know what's unfortunate about this? Now my video is demonetized because of these little like songs that I have going. Guaranteed it's going to be demonetized. That's fine, guys. You can just support me in other ways. Thank you for the support, Lumiere. Welcome. No, you're totally good. It's been happening this whole time, so much love. And thank you for the support. Cool. I'm okay with using fires as a left click thing. Next up, it's time to talk about Pharaoh Scepter. Oh my god. We've seen various community requests for us to buff this item, and we'd like to meet you in the middle. What if we made the Pharaoh Scepter one-handed instead? 90% of you right now already thought that. You probably already thought the Pharaoh Scepter was one-handed. It's not. It's weird. This would allow you to flex your Book of Darkness while wielding the Scepter at Pyramid Plunder. It's awesome. Fucking awesome. Totally down. We'd like to offer Hellhounds, including Cerberus, the ability to occasionally drop an Ensouled Head, which would give players more of a reason to complete Hellhound tasks. I'm down. What are they called? Dog heads? Or that sounds horrible, but okay, what is it going to be called? Ensouled Hellhound, I guess. Anyway, I'm cool with that. Too many giant keys and mossy keys in your inventory. We propose to make them stackable to avoid inventory clutter. Totally down. I've already completed those guides, and look at me. I'm empathizing. I would have loved that when I was doing those grinds, and I'm going to allow you guys the same. I'll vote yes on that. We'd also like to add a login message that appears when you have items stored in an item retrieval service like Hesperia or Vorkath. If the player dies, the items will still be deleted as usual. Awesome. Cool. Next up, we're looking at removing the prompt given when right-clicking Robin to claim slime. I don't give a fuck, but cool. What? Is this like just for hardcore? Like, who actually uses the Ectofuntus? It's literally just hardcores, right? Like, it has to be. Like, unless I guess some people do it for their Bone Crusher, and that's it. Like, I did a little bit for my Bone Crusher. So, okay. I'm down. That's cool. Should this pass, you'll be instantly given slime and bone meal after each right click. We'll also be changing the text to say slime and bone meal rather than bone meal and slime. I'm voting no now. No, that is just, it's just not good. During the Guardians of the Rift feedback process, players raised a frustration about the slight delay after clicking on a runecraft. I'm going to cry again, dude. This is what I've been wanting. About the slight delay after clicking on a runecraft altar. This delay restricts the player from performing any action for a couple of ticks, 4 ticks, which may affect opening runecraft pouches or clicking teleports. Considering that this delay is not present when crafting combination runes, we are open to removing it. This change would have an effect on existing runecraft methods by increasing the XP per hour for conventional runecrafting. All non-combination methods of runecrafting would therefore be slightly buffed. Let's put it to a poll and see what you think. Fuck yes. Please, guys. Please vote yes. There is nothing fun. The only argument is that it's not old school. But there is nothing fun or, like... Okay, let me try to phrase this in a way. There's nothing fun about waiting for 4 ticks without being able to do anything. And some people could say that it's skillful to be able to know the amount of ticks that you need to do before performing it. But it also takes arguably more skill to be able to one tick, altars. And I think it's just fantastic. It's increasing the skill gap in my personal opinion. And I would love this change. Last but not least. Soul Wars. We think an additional fairy ring would improve the accessibility to the Soul Wars island. Thank God Reddit, and thank God they're adding a fairy ring right here. So there's an elite step right here, and there's an elite step down here. This will actually be used for both, which is cool. They should honestly just add 2 fairy rings. One right here and one right there. No, I'm totally cool with that. It's cool. Let's talk about a couple unpolled changes next, which we'd like to introduce as part of the work for Poll 76. We'll be looking to allow Soul Wars to be playable in every world. We think this would entice organized clans to go to their own world and allow players who enjoy the sport of it to play it more competitively on themed worlds. Back in April, we also mentioned that we were looking to allow players to buy X in the other tab at the Soul Wars shop. I have never in my entire life, 26 years, have ever even done a Soul Wars. Like I still to this day don't even know how to do Soul Wars. So I'll just probably skip this. We originally communicated that the XP would be equivalent to intermediate pest control at around 80k XP per hour. However, at present, players achieve around 60k. For this reason, it is unpolled.
Baby Dad just resubbed for 30 months.
I already missed it. This is all unpolled, my bad. Thank you, chat. And Dad, thank you for the Prime for 30 months. That is my real life dad, everybody. He just hit the 2.5 year badge. Thank you very much. Can we get some Sebe H's? That's it for Poll 76. We hope to have more regular polls throughout the year, keep them relatively short to ensure that we can get the changes out as soon as we can. Let us know your feedback. Guys, what do you think? What do you guys think? In the Twitch chat, what do you guys think? So we're going to have a little bit of a Q&A now. Let me increase the size of the text. Whoa, not that much. Right there. It's right there. I like that. So let's talk a little bit. What are you guys concerned about? What are you guys not enjoying about this? Let's see. I'm surprised they didn't just link your channel. Yeah, they were. Okay. Well, as your thoughts on Torva Arma, I don't care either way. I like the legs of the new Torva set. That is all I like. And I'm fine with either of the other two. But the legs, they actually did improve. And I'd be okay with it. But I don't think it'll actually pass. We'll see, though. Can you go over the poll again? Nope. But this is going to be uploaded to YouTube. Reduce KC for wildy bosses. Yeah, like that'll probably pass. What up, Jake C? That is the new... Jake C right here is the guest on the Sebe cast. I'm going to have a tweet out tonight. So if you guys want topics for the Jake C cast, be sure to go on Twitter. Be in the description of this video. Shout out Jake C. I'm fucking excited to talk. Congrats on your scythe on leagues. The runecrafting change is dumb. If they want to remove the tick delay, then decrease the XP per hour. I completely disagree with you. But that's a fair point. I don't like the removal of money sinks, and I'm an Iron Man. Yeah, I agree. I also think that things should have a GP sink, so I am in agreement with you. The the whole pet change and stuff, like, you know, okay, I'm actually kind of lost now. They weren't removing the GP sync entirely, were they? Whatever. I'll when I'm actually voting, I'll like reread that and stuff. But what up, Spacefall? Let's see. Sepulchre clue rate is very strong in RC change, pretty significant for ZMI. Hard to tell where it'll end up after the new pouch is added. Yeah. ZMI doesn't have that much of a delay. Isn't it only a 2-tick delay? Whereas traditional altars are 4-tick. So yeah, of course it'll be increasing everywhere, but it increases skill gap. It increases, like, I mean, like, it takes skill to be able to 1-tick altars, and it actually does take timing as well. So I think it's all good. And of course, RC has been notoriously slow, and I just think it's a good change. It would actually, and you got to keep in mind, this isn't XP. It's not about increasing XP. That's not the idea behind why I want it. It's to make it so there's not a 4-tick wait where you cannot do anything in the game for 2.4 seconds. You just sit there and wait, and you're like, all right, now time to open the pouch. Like, there's nothing fun about that. There's nothing inherently fun about just sitting there and looking at your guy for 4 ticks every time. And yeah, so I'm just completely for that. I think auto-insuring pets is good, but they could also increase the cost to reclaim. I agree. The thought of them making achievements easier is cringy, like Infernals are already abused. They're not really making them easier, they're just making them, like, quicker. But I agree. There is some sort of challenge in doing 150 CMs. There is, and I already voiced my opinion on that. All right. Yeah, dude. Sepulchre, if this passes, I'm not even kidding. I'm going for 200 mil agility. I'm going for 200 mil agility. And fuck everything else, you know? I'm just going for it. So, let's see if it passes, though. Mechanically love the pet insurance changes proposed, but of course keep the GP sync. Agree. I would be fine with auto insurance, but not for wildy pets until you are in a safe zone. That's a fair point. I personally don't really care, but I think the community would disagree with that. What's clues per hour of Sep versus Shades? It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting, Black Suns. I don't know. But the cool thing about Sepulchre is it takes skill. Of course, after you do it for hundreds of hours, it's just going to be like clockwork. But it's cool that like a high intensity, high requirement 92 agility as well gives, and it's skilling. It's so fucking cool that skilling is now going to have a good elite rate. Like, I'm so fucking excited. Okay, it would be cool. I'm going to see what the calcs are, though. I'm very interested. So if anybody does those calcs, it'll be cool. It's 1.3 elites per hour. Is that it, DK? DK is a Sepulchre fanatic. He's also a top 5 Iron Man, so I'm trusting him. 1.3 elites an hour. It's fucking better than Sarachnis. It's better than Sarachnis. Like I've been saying in multiple rambles beforehand, soon as Sarachnis becomes obsolete, it's over. You know what's really sad about this? Sarachnis, if this passes, Sarachnis is over. It is actually over for Sarachnis. Until I get 200 mil agility, and then it's over. So, what up, Dodo? It's actually going to be over. Like, I know, the whole fucking maze. But I'm okay with it. You want to know why? Because there still is a reason to do Sarachnis. You know, there still is a reason. You get a ton of loot and a variety of loot that's really OP for Iron Man. But you also get a lot of it from Sepulchre as well. It's cool that there's now going to be a choice. And keep in mind, there are hards that come from Sarachnis as well. So I believe hards right now currently for an Iron Man take about 10 minutes to complete from scratch. It takes efficiently, it's like 10 minutes for a hard clue. So you have to subtract that. So currently right now, like Sarachnis is about a 60-minute effective rate for an elite clue. And this is going to be about, what'd you say, DK, 1.3? So it's about what, 45 minutes? Or 40 minutes for an elite, so really cool. Yeah, this is absolutely the most OP and most exciting poll I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely insane. So, Yes, Saractus does give hards, but this will be worth it. And I'm going to tell you right now, hards, the meta will now be jellies. It'll be jellies at this point. So, and the reason it's jellies is already because it's the fastest, but also you are getting Jar of Darkness chances plus additional elites with the totems that you get because it's 1 in 4 for now. It's 1 in 4 at Skotiza for an elite clue. So the meta will literally be jellies and Sepulchre, and I couldn't be more stoked. I think that's fucking awesome. It's 1 in 4 if you've completed the elite diary. It rounds down, which is insane. It's actually an insane buff to complete the elite and combat achievement diary. Anyway, feel like it's nicely balanced between the two options, especially if you already have a mace. I think it's cool. There still is a reason to do Saracnus, especially if you hate agility. Now there's an option, you know. Maybe I haven't done much Sepulchre. I don't even think I've done 100 completions. I might get fucking burnt from it. Like, yeah, most likely, probably not, just because of how many breaks I'll be taking. Keep in mind, okay, let me also just include this as well, because on the different floors of Sepulchre, you're getting other tier clues. I will be doing I will be looting everything at Sepulchre, so it will not be 1.3 elites an hour, and I'm also not super efficient at Sepulchre. I'll get to that point. But this is honestly going to be about the range of Saracnus, but you have to also keep in mind there will be 0 time, easies, mediums, hards, and elites. I am like, I still can't believe this is happening. This is actually insane. It's amazing. Oh my god. There will be a Sepulchre guide. I'm going to go fucking ham. There already is the most efficient Sepulchre guides out there, but I'll make my little one for those that, want to hear, because I will be doing a shit ton of it. Oh my god. Anyway, I think this is a good place to stop. We've been recording for 42 minutes. I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube. And yeah. So Pole 76, fucking fantastic. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. This is where I'm live right now, so I'll be ending here. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.